Hello everybody, King Shub here, and the new MCC teams have been announced. And it's a very hard MCC to predict. The teams are all so good. Just one team popping off in a game could change like the entire rankings. It's crazy. But I tried my best to make some accurate rankings, so let me tell you about them. In 10th, I have the Sapphire Simmers, or Blue Bats, but they're the Sapphire Simmers, you know. And I have them in 10th, unfortunately. I do hope they cannot get last, but this is an event with very good teams, and I just don't think it can happen. In ninth, I have the Green Guardians. They nerfed Sapnap very hard, finally, after like two great teams in a row. Sapnap is a great player. Don't get me wrong; he's definitely S tier. He's an incredible player, but I don't think he can carry this team, especially in this event with such good teams. I think that like the top eight could all win. Like theoretically, they all have a good shot at winning, and it just that it's sad. The Sapnap has been teamed with three decent players that they're not that good, and with an event like this, there's no way. Now we get to the real contenders, the Pink Parrots. This team is pretty good. Dream is obviously great. CPK just got his first top 10 placement, and then Finn and Bad aren't that bad, but they kind of dragging the team down to 8th for me. The other teams are just so good that this team is good, but it's just not good enough for this event. In a normal event, I feel like they could be like a top 3 team, but just not in this one. 7th, I have the Llamas, which is sad because this team is so good, man. These teams are all just incredibly good, and I feel like any of one of them could win. But this team is very good. Quig and Kretzy are insane at PvP. This is going to be a scary team in like Battle Box and Sky Battle and stuff. It's going to be a very scary team. Unfortunately, Nikki and Jack, although they're an entertaining duo, I think they will drag the team down a bit. So it's going to be interesting. But as far as PvP goes, this team is pretty crazy, and I think they can definitely do well. Team is good. Fundy is one of the most underrated players. He got 7th last event, and still, for some reason, he doesn't get enough respect. Tubbo has had back-to-back top 10 placements, both actually getting number 9 in both MCC 14 and 15. And then last time, 5UP and Ant Frost were both new players. This was their first time playing, and Ant Frost got 15th, and then 5UP got 26th, which is pretty good for a new player, and we'll see hopefully a lot of improvement for them, putting this team in 6th. Yaks, I put them in 5th. This team is good. And it's just that having a new player, like, I don't know how Punk's going to do, and also, Punk's not really, like, one of the guys that's good at Minecraft. Like, when guys like Illumina came in, you knew Illumina was going to be good. But with Punk, I mean, I'm really not sure. But, last event, all the new players did really good, so I get it could happen again. I think Punk is going to be this team's X factor. If Punk plays well, the team plays well. I think this would be a good third place team for the captain's curse, but apparently that ended. I'm not so sure about that one, but I think with with the right game order, they can win and get captain his first win. And this team is pretty good. Pizza Hut is obviously the best player. Preston is very good. I feel like Preston's a bit overrated. I guess it just like I'm not that big of a fan of Preston. All I know is like what he did in last MCC, and he was the best new player in his first event. So, I mean, he's good, but I think some people that says this team's gonna win are overrating it a bit. That people say it's like no contest. This team got an easy win. It's way too OP, but this team is definitely good, and they definitely have a shot at winning. As it reminds me of Preston's last team of MCC 15 Blue Bats. S tier, Preston, and then like 2 solid support players. So I definitely do think they have a chance of making Dodgeball. Purple, I put in 3rd. This is a very good team. Unfortunately, no Fruit Ninja, but I mean, it was the perfect event. It was such a correct event, but still. Putting that aside, this is a great team. Fruit is one of the best players in the event, no matter what happened last event. Scott S Major is always good. He plays well. Same with Smallish Beans, although he's two keyboards down. And then Green is also a great support player, so I think this team will do very well. Okay, the Red Rabbits. This is a good team. I mean, it really depends on, like, how good they play, which sounds dumb, but that's like the only way I can really think of putting it. It's not like whether they throw or not, because I don't think they're gonna throw. It's just kind of how they play, Because like Tommy and Phil, they didn't really throw last event. They just didn't really play well. If they go back to normal form and Rambo gets like 14th again, I think he got 14th. Did he get 14th or 13th? I can't remember. And then Wilbur gets 10, and then Tommy and Phil are both definitely able to be top 10 players. I mean, then this team can definitely win. But then again, I feel like they could also be like the team in 8th. So it's a weird event. Ocelots. I think the duo of Tapple and Puns is insanely good. They've proved that they can both be top 3 players, and that they're both close to S tier. And I do not know why they got teamed together. Even though this is a OP event, and this team is kind of fair in this event. Tapple and Pun's duo is just crazy, and then Captain Puffy and Shovel are both good support players. So this has to be my team to win. I love the duo of Tapple and Puns too much for them not to be. So Scott did a great team with this event. This is going to be a very interesting event. So many OP teams. I feel like they could pop off in like any game. And it's going to be a crazy event. Personally, I'll probably be watching the Red Rabbits, as I think it will be very interesting. I think most people are. They pull in a lot of viewers. So it's going to be a fun event. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been King Shub, and I am signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe.